What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Matthew Schnoes, the Gold Crease Guardian, excited to bring you another video. This one updating a video that is a long time overdue. It is my what's in the bag. Let's get to it right now. Okay, here we go, my what's in the bag video. It's been a long time since I did one of these. I think that the last one, I was still wearing my E-Flex 4s. I had just switched into a different chest protector, and it's been, like 4 years, something like that. So it's about time. I know that Chris Dudo, the goalie gear snob, was telling me I need to get on it. I recently released a video from a game a while back where I mentioned it. And now here we are finally getting to what's in the bag. I'm excited. We're gonna go through things kind of as I would get dressed, getting ready for a game. I've got it all laid out around me, and we'll go that way so that you can see what I'm wearing, what I put on in what order, and some of the specs that I've got going here. Actually, nothing as crazy as I would have thought looking around. So let's get started here with my base layer, my like undergarment kind of stuff. I start with the Warrior cut-proof socks. I've been wearing those for a long time. Find them pretty comfy. They don't rip on me, which is nice because I've had some cut-proof socks that rip. I always go cut-proof just because it's, or cut-resistant, I should say, because it's better to be safe than sorry. I mean, skates are everywhere. You never know what's going to happen. So the cut-resistant socks go in the bag for sure. I have a couple of base layers that I wear. I always wear a just kind of, it's a really old, actually Bauer kind of jock that is torn up to shreds and doesn't really do anything for my socks, but I wear it because it's a nice tight layer and it keeps my first cup in there. Over that, I have the full length pants. I think these are Perani's Hockey World pants with a sock attached to them that I wear so that I can have just the layer all the way down because that gets into kind of my next piece on the legs. On the upper body, I wear one of my old Reebok padded shirts. These things have been through a lot. There's padding in the collarbone area, a little up around the neck, and then under the ribs. These are really, really old. I think I got these when I was playing juniors. I wore them all through college. I wear them all the time now. I love these things, to be honest, and I can't find anything really to replace them. I'm looking into a couple of things that might work, but I've been wearing those forever. Then when we get towards more lower body stuff, I wear the G-form kind of padded knee guards here. I really like just the extra cushion that they bring. They feel really nice. There's a rubberized kind of band that keeps them up, which is great. I also find that with the pants that I wear, they stay up really nicely too. And it just gives me an extra layer of comfort under knee pads because I was never really a huge knee pad person. And now that I've got them kind of dialed in with the G-form knee pad itself, I think it helps. Next up would be my Warrior RX3 Pro knee pads. I do really like these. I have a garter belt attachment that keeps them up. You can see right here just a standard CCM garter belt. I've got them kind of clear taped at the right height so that they stay. But these are a nice mobile knee pad I found in my Bauers, and with the stiff knee cradle, that these were more comfortable, and I've actually transitioned with them over to my new set as well. They stay in place well, they are protective, they're comfortable, which is really important to me as someone who did not like knee pads a lot. Velcro's doing great, they've been very, very good to me, so this is really nice. This was a surprise for me when I tried these out, but I'm a big fan of these knee guards. Over top of my knee guards, I wear socks because it does not matter if I have clear tape. I like the socks. I've always worn socks all the way down to my skates. I tend to cover the top of my skates so that I can tie all of my laces. Either I used to tie them up into them, or now I'll tie them up just around it with the clear tape. But I have worn socks pretty much my whole life. I like the feel, I like the look under the pads, and they're not really thick, so it doesn't matter. But I do end up with these knee pads, and having the garter belt, I tend to put a strip of tape around the top of them, and then when I tie my skates, I'll put a strip of tape around where my ankle and the lace kind of come together so that I can have those all kept in one place, because I like to make sure that laces aren't falling all over the place. So I've got the socks. Right now I have the socks to match both of my Gold Crease Guardian jerseys. Those are the ones I typically wear, but I also have a pair of black socks that I'll wear. I'll typically wear them pretty tight because I think it's a nice extra piece there that can keep everything in place in the knee area, which is good. Next up, I actually go to skates. I've started doing this recently, and these are my CCM FT2s. These are well worn. I'm on my second pair of steel with them, actually. I should probably replace the footbeds here at some point, but they are wonderful skates. They're the one piece. Right when that first came out, they're the custom molded to my foot. So one skate I think is a full size bigger than the other or something like that. I love them. They're fantastic. They are very comfy. The tongues are very nice. I've got the D3O in there. I've never had an issue with these. The mobility is good. I feel like I can do everything I want with them, and I could probably start to use a new pair. I got a couple of dings and a couple of markups on them, but new steel seems to keep them going right now, and I'm gonna stick with them right now. They're fantastic skates, and I don't know if I would switch to anything else. They've been that good to me. Next, I have an SLR Pro Carbon Double Cup. I skate with pros. I skate with a lot of guys that played X Pro. Yeah, I want the double cup. I've got triple protection. The more the better as far as I'm concerned in that regard. Just keep yourself safe. Makes a big difference. And then for pants, I rock the Vaughn V10. I picked these up last year to replace my VE8s that were very beat up. And I have some Kova Suspenders, some of the original Kova Suspenders that are well used, but they're fantastic. They still do the job very nicely. I love the tabs that they've got on here that work really well. And these V10 pants have been fantastic. They're the pro style barrels, so they're a little bit more rounded, but they fit relatively tight to me, which I enjoy. I've always been a fan of that. So we stick with that, that feeling, and kind of keep things tight to the body. Lets me feel like I am in control of everything and feel like I am what's making the saves and what's making the plays. So pants feel great as well. I tie them up right into my chest protector, which I'll get into when I get there. But V10 pants, fantastic stuff. Now we hit the pads finally. My VX1s, these are custom VX1s, 33 plus 1.5 that I'm wearing. All white with the white quick slide on the inside and then red on the back. I do a little bit of the red lacing and red logos to kind of make it pop with the Red Wings EBUG stuff, and it looks really good with the jerseys. Yeah, they're really, really good. I like these a lot. It's a knee that's built into the face of the pad, which is reminiscent of the Bauers, but I mean, if you flex these, much more flex than my old Bauers. I really feel comfortable in these. I'm a big skate lace guy. I cannot get behind bungees. Tried them, used them for a while. Skate lace is the way to go for me. So I wear these honestly pretty tight to my legs. I have always worn pads tight to my legs. I like the ability to react. I like the ability to feel like that's where my leg is going. So that's what I tend to go with. These guys have been fantastic. I have no complaints except for quick slide might be a little too fast. I still sometimes find myself oversliding, which is very interesting. So that might be something on if I ever get another set, get a weave instead of a quick slide. But you never know. These have been so good that I might just keep it where it is. Either way, it's hard to argue with the VX1s. After pads, we get into chest protector. This one is still in the bag after my last What's in the Bag video. I was just switching into this. This is an Optik 2, I want to say. I think it's Optik 2 chest protector in a size medium. My pants are a large, and this is a size medium, even as a 6'2" goaltender. This has been awesome. The Velcro adjustments on the shoulders have been good, kind of lets me keep things in the right place. But this thing's a tank. I don't really catch too many stingers. It's still beaten. It's still pretty good shape as far as use is concerned, which is nice. I like the fact that I have the arms just slightly below the middle. Helps me a little bit. But I mean, this chest protector has been great. I haven't had any issues. Again, I wear it kind of tight, so it sticks to my body a little bit, but there's no lack of mobility, and I look pretty big in it still, which is an added bonus. I think that this has been kind of the perfect chest protector for me for a long time, so really, really good stuff here from Brian's. Next up is the jerseys. They've been fantastic. They look really good. They match the pads really well. I wanted something a little bit different since I'm doing more subbing than anything else sometimes, so having that look is really good. Mitten Sports around here hooked me up. Did an awesome job on the jersey, so I want to shout them out. So yeah, jerseys look great. There's a couple of smaller things to get to before I get to the gloves. One of those is these right here, these Evo Shield wrist guards. I got these after I got hit in the wrist my senior year of college. And I wear one on the front here, one underneath here actually. And I find that they work great. I don't get hit in them a ton, but it's nice to have just in case I get the odd one that sneaks through. Going on next to my glove hand, I was wearing a lizard skin glove for a long time. My most recent one tore and I couldn't get them because they were out of stock. I went into my golf bag and grabbed some old golf gloves, and I'm loving it so much that I'm sticking with it. This is just a FootJoy golf glove, men's cadet, medium large if you care. And I throw that on under the glove every time. I find that this actually feels like I have a little bit more control over the glove than the lizard skin did. And my glove is a Vaughn VX1 70-degree break. So it's their kind of 580 version. You can see the fold over on the T-bar right there. I love it. Double T. It feels fantastic. I have a hair more padding in this palm, but nothing crazy. I'm kind of a hand down here and go up. I love that it presents here really nicely around the ear. It's been fantastic. Blocker next is a standard VX1 with an intermediate palm. I have the intermediate palm for it to be a little bit tighter on my hand. I like that feeling better, but it feels very, very good. Nice open cuff, lots of flexibility there. Just really awesome blocker. I've had no complaints with it at all. Sidewall, one piece. Hand position pretty neutral. It feels fantastic. Gonna stick with this one definitely for a while. It's a good feeling blocker. Last thing I really get to before I get on the ice is the helmet. This is my Warwick Miller shell helmet. Painted by NuJax Airbrush. There's a video that goes really into detail on the paint job. He did a fantastic job on this. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get one to match the set, but I don't think that's coming anytime soon. Really love this paint job with the Star Wars theme and a bunch of band logos and stuff like that, and then the Star Wars theme on the back. The helmet itself is spectacular. This was something that my wife was generous enough to do for me, and it's been phenomenal. It's my favorite helmet that I've ever had, one that I aspired to have when I was a kid, particularly in the Miller shell because I loved his helmets always. Ryan Miller was a big goaltender that I looked up to, so we got to get a new cage for it. It's dented on both sides, but this thing is spectacular. I love it, and I always enjoy wearing this one. I get a lot of compliments on this paint job too. Couple of accessories. So a couple of accessories that are in the bag. I've got this Clark Street Classic accessory bag. I always use clear tape. I have a roll or two in here at all times so that I can tape up the skates and the knee pads. I always have some extra red like grip tape in here as well because I use that around the handle and the knob of the stick. I'm a black tape bandit on the blade of my stick. So always got black tape in here, and then I have some Howie's wax here. I have been using this for a long time. That's the kind of stuff that's in here. I also have some extra laces, a sweet stick / stone that I can use, and then I've got like a little screwdriver in here as well in case I need to make any last minute repairs. But that's kind of what's in my little bag here that sits in the bottom to make sure that I've got all the extras sitting around. And finally, we'll get to sticks. So I've been rotating kind of two different models here that I've got sitting around. Both of them Warrior. I'm a big Warrior stick fan. I've been using them for a very long time. One of them here is this Peter Mrazek Warrior. And this one is, I think it's a 25, but I've cut that paddle way down. I like to grip it down here. I always put some grip tape at the top here to kind of help my hand stay a little bit more right on this edge. This says RV4 RTL. I don't think that's what it is. It has kind of a M series cut out in the back of this paddle. So I'm not actually sure what this stick is. It's very nice though. I've really enjoyed it. It's more of a twist open curve, which I've been talking with Connor Beaupre, who's one of the EBUGs from Minnesota, about curves. And this isn't necessarily my favorite for puck handling, but it works great for rebound control. And then I don't do a big knob here. I kind of just gradually go bigger as I go from down here up to the top, and I just put a couple of strips of white tape around here. Fun fact, you are not allowed to have colored tape at the end of your stick as a goaltender. Not many people know that, so that's why I have the couple of strips of white. I always cover it in clear too, so it stays a little bit fresher, but that's this stick. And then this other one that I have is this Warrior Ville Husso one that has the red shaft, looks really nice. I cut the shaft down pretty significantly. He likes to have his probably about this much longer. And for puck handling and poke checking, I didn't want that. This has kind of my more traditional twist curve, which I'm a big fan of, and it has the rounded shoulder that I love. This is kind of my ideal shoulder. Again, I still grip it like this. I've got the tape right here, grip tape all around. This is kind of my favorite stick at the moment, so I'm trying not to wear it out too much, but I love using this stick. It's been great. Again, labeled as an RV4 RTL. Don't know what it actually is, but I really enjoy it. So gonna stick with it, gonna keep using it. And yeah, this has been a mainstay. Warrior sticks have been a mainstay for me for a very long time. So there's the deep dive of what's in my bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a lot of fun to kind of update this video finally and show you what I am enjoying using at this time. All sorts of good stuff here. Really happy to be back in Vaughn as far as pads and gloves. That was my thing for the longest time, and it feels good to be back there. The Warrior sticks have always been a huge thing for me. The Warwick helmet, like I said, I aspired to have one of those as a kid, so it's phenomenal. Really enjoy all of this gear. Really think that it works pretty well most of the time. So if you're watching this video and this is the first one of my channel that you're seeing, please head down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading more videos. There's tons of gameplay that comes out on this channel and I like to have fun with it. So hopefully you enjoyed this and will enjoy the rest of the channel. I'll see you all in the next video.